Everybody talks about wanting to change. Everybody talks about this idea of change, and they're like, I'm going to change, I'm going to change, I'm going to change. Like, here's the reality. Change is total BS. Change is not real. Change doesn't mean anything, right? Change is if I'm sitting here and I'm a triangle, all I do is I tip the triangle over on its side and then I've changed, right? I might look a little bit different to the people around. They're like, oh, he changed. He changed. The reality is I didn't change at all. Like, nothing changed. I'm still a triangle. So then you're like, well, that didn't work. Let me flip the triangle over the other way. So then you grab the triangle and you flip it over the other way and you're like, look, see, I changed. I changed, guys. It's the first of the year, I changed. But the problem is, guess what? You're still a triangle. Like, you're still just a triangle. You didn't change at all. All you did was try to, like, it's like putting on new clothes, right? You change your clothes. Guess what? You're still the same you on the inside. Every time I go to my closet, put on a new pair of pants, put on a new shirt. Even if I go to the store, I go to Lululemon and I buy me some my Lulu ABC pants. I love those, right? Give me my Lulu Polo. There I am. I've changed. I changed. But the reality is, change doesn't change anything. Change is an illusion. Change is like this appearance of things. It's like faking it. It's like pretending. Because at the end of the day, no matter what kind of clothes I put on, I'm still me. I'm still me. No matter how many times I tip over the triangle, you're still a triangle. No matter what angle, no matter what dimension, no matter how it is, it's still a triangle. So nothing actually changed, right? Nothing actually made a difference in your life, because change is an illusion. Change is not real. See, what people are actually looking for is transformation. People are actually looking to transform. When you sit inside of a bad marriage, you don't want to change your marriage. You need to transform your marriage. When you have no connection to God, you don't want to just change your connection with God or change your belief system. No, you need to transform, right? When you have a body, right? We're not just trying to change. This is one that's so funny to me. People will just try to change. This is why diets don't ever work. Atkins diet, Weight Watchers diet, all these little fad diets, keto and freaking paleo and freaking carnivore and that's marketing. That's marketing. That's trying to get you to just take the triangle and tip it over. And if you get the triangle and you tip it over, somehow that's going to be different. So that this is why people lose weight, and they'll lose 20 pounds, 30 pounds, and then they'll gain it back. And then they'll lose 20 pounds, 30 pounds, and then they'll gain it back. And they try to blame it on the thing that they were trying to change. The problem is, you're still the same you. There was no transformation. See, what we're trying to look for is, how do we transform? Because change is irrelevant. Change is fleeting. Change doesn't matter. And change is an illusion. It gives us the false sense of something different, but the reality is it's not different at all. It's the same. And so if we identify that change is kind of bullshit, then what is transformation? What's the difference? How does transformation then play itself in? Because transformation requires a complete change of state, right? I can't be someone who diets. I have to be that version of me. I can't be someone who diets to lose weight. I need to be a healthy person. See, if I'm a healthy person, there's a transformation from somebody who's unhealthy to healthy. See, it's small little patterns and habits that people will say, well, that will help you start, but that's helping you change, right? If you are searching for all these different things, there's something deeper. And the problem is, most of you guys, and like I said, this is what's crazy in the world today, like, transformation cannot exist without God. Some people don't like me saying that, but it's true. AA, right? The Alcoholics Anonymous. And now I think there's another one for like Narcotics Anonymous, NA, whatever you call it, right? Anything was addicted to some kind of substance. Do you realize one of the key elements inside of that is God? Because they're looking for a transformation. They can't just change, right? I can't just change what I drink. I must transform. I must transform who I am. It's not the action that I'm doing. See, when we try to change things, we're looking outside of ourselves. When I change my clothes, I'm changing my clothes. I'm not changing me. When I try to change my careers, I'm changing the outside thing, because it's the career that must be the problem. But guess what? I'm the same me. When I get divorced and I marry someone else, but I don't transform, then guess what I did? I just changed one wife for another wife, but at the end of the day, I'm still me. It's like the people who have been divorced like 4 times, they're on their 5th marriage, and they still keep blaming the other people. It's like the other person's fault. And they think if they just change their wife or change their husband, that somehow that's going to solve the problem. That's going to fix it. It's not, because change is unrealistic, or change is not real. It's an illusion. So transformation. And transformation cannot exist without God. But transformation must exist. The starting point for transformation is through truth. It's by being honest. If you're fat, you have to be honest that you're fat. If you're broke, you have to be honest that you're broke. If you're a workaholic and you're disconnected from your wife or your husband at home, you have to be honest. You have to be able to tell the truth to yourself. You have to be able to stand there butt ass naked with everything exposed and be fully vulnerable inside and outside of who you are and where you're at. Because without truth, deep truth, there is no transformation, there's only change. And the only way you can get to deep truth is through God. See, God has to be a part of this conversation. He has to insert himself in because he's the only one that can help you find truth. That's the only place that you can find truth. You can't find it from me. You can't find it from another man. You can't find it from another woman. You can't find it anywhere. You can find truth through God. You can't even find it in a book. And I'm even talking about the Bible, or the Book of Mormon, or the Quran, or whatever scripture that you like to read. Truth can't even be found there because truth has to be found through God. There's many people who have read scripture who didn't find truth. See, if it were as simple as reading scripture, then I could find truth and I could find truth and I could transform, but that's not how it works. See, it's my relationship with God that matters. The book, the scripture can help me get there. Praying can help me get there. Being honest, standing in the mirror and trying to be honest with myself can help me get there. But at the end of the day, it's through God. God is the way. That's it. It's the only way this works. He helps you find truth. He helps you see the real truth. He helps you see the truth inside of you that you are refusing to see for yourself. And then from there, you can transform. So I want you to take a look at your world. Take a look at your world across body, being, balance, and business. Where in your world, which domain is it that you have been trying to change? And you keep changing and you realize that all the change you're doing is outside of you. It's outside of who you are. It's no different than changing your shirt or changing your spouse or changing your career or changing your house, changing the state you live in, changing the government that you like to vote for. Change. All of it's outside of you. Where is that thing? And once you've identified it, what's one thing you can do about it today? What's one simple adjustment that you can make to try to get to an element of truth, which would require you to identify why do you keep trying to change? What's underneath the surface, right? What are you unwilling to look at right now? And by doing so, we'll begin down the path of you to be able to open this up. Here's the crazy part. What I'm describing, this takes people years to do. This is why very few people transform. This is why the old adage of, well, once a dog, always a dog, right? This is what, can't teach an old dog new tricks. Why is that? Right? Because people just want to change things outside of them. They don't actually want to look inside and transform. But in order to pull this off, this is the first step to get there. If you actually want to get there, there's a way I can help you do that. And there's as simple as that. There's a process that I follow every single day that helps me identify truth, let God in so that I can transform, so that I can be different today than I was yesterday. And then when I wake up tomorrow, I can be different tomorrow. So that's all I got for you guys. Hopefully you're able to find some value from this little reel, I guess. I don't know, post, video, whatever you want to call it. It's your boy, Trevor White. Have a fantastic rest of your day.